Namaste, children. I think you all are enjoying your holidays. I hope you all are safe at home. At the same time, we have to spend our time wisely. In this motive, a school has started online classes. That's why we all gathered here today. This is our first session of computer science. We will learn first chapter today. Our first chapter is operating system and graphical user interface. Today we will learn about operating system. Before I enter into this topic, we will just recall the basic points, basic concepts of computer, whatever we learnt in the previous classes. What are the basic concepts? Yes, that is hardware and software. So what is hardware and software? These are two major components of computer. Children, as you are very clever, you know this very well. What is hardware and what is software? These are the major components of computer. Yes. A software is a collection of the program or a set of instructions that tells hardware what to do. It performs operations using hardware parts. Okay. So what is software? Once again you recall, a set of instructions that tells hardware what to do and it performs operations using hardware parts. See now, the software performs its operation using the hardware parts. So that if there is no hardware, the software is useless. Okay. So it cannot perform any operation alone without the hardware. So with the help of the hardware only, software can perform any operation. Okay. Next, hardware. What is hardware? That you know very well. Yes, I know that. That is the physical part of your computer. So what are the physical parts you know? You know very many more parts. That is, yeah, last classes also you learnt about this internal hardware and external hardware. All are comes under physical part, hardware section. So the physical part of your computer is called as hardware. It cannot function without the software. So an hardware also require software to perform the operation. How the software cannot be function without the hardware, in the same way the hardware also cannot function without the software. So both joined its hand together and perform our task. Whatever we fed into the computer is performed by both the components, that is software and the hardware. So that's why we are telling these are the two major components of the computer. Okay, we will go to the next slide. Okay, now we learned what is a software. That is a set of program which makes a hardware to do something meaningful. Okay. Now what are the types of the software? Yes, the software further classified into two types. That is application software and another one is, yes, system software. So first we learn what is application software. See, a program which is designed or a software which is designed only for the particular task to perform any specific operation, that is called as application software. For example, Word, MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint, Paint, Windows Media Player. These all comes under the application software. Why we call these softwares as application softwares? Because These softwares are designed to do a specific task. Word can be used to write text and to prepare a document. Excel can be prepared to create the database as well as to perform the calculations. And presentation software is designed to create the PowerPoint presentations, PPT programs. And Paint is designed to draw any paint using the paint tools. And Windows Media Player is designed to watch movies. Can you watch movies using Word? Can you watch movies using Paint? No, isn't it? We can use a particular software only for the particular purpose, that is specific purpose, because it is designed as it. Okay, so this is called as application software. And what is system software? Yes, as its name implies, which controls the system and manages the hardware and software too, that is application software, is called as system software. One more time I tell you, a software which is used to control the hardware components and application software is called as system software. This is the backbone of your computer. It performs all the operations at background. Okay, so without this system software, we cannot get the use of application software also. This is a important, most important software. Okay, next. See, here it gives a brief note about application software. Application software is used to perform various applications on the computer. People use application software according to their needs. It helps a user to perform specific task. Yes, I hope you all understand the application software. Now we will see some examples. As I said earlier, word processor like MS Word, spreadsheet like MS Excel, database software like Oracle and MS Access are some examples of application software. Okay, as you know very well, Word is used to type any document, to prepare any document, and MS Excel used for the major and mainly it is used for performing calculations, and Oracle and MS Access used for preparing a database. Okay, these are the example of application software. Next, see here, this window is MS Word. Okay, this is the screen, MS Word screen. Word is a word processor. MS Word is a word processor software used for writing and editing text. It allows us to write as well as edit the text. What do you mean by editing? Yes, editing is nothing but making some changes in the document whatever we prepared. Okay, when we type the document, we make some mistakes. To correct the mistakes, we will use the document. We open the document and we will do something. Okay, so that making changes in the document is called as editing. Okay, next one, Windows Media Player. So this Windows Media Player allows us to watch any movie. So this software is designed to watch a movie. Okay, so using this media player, we cannot type any text. So a media player designed only for watching movie. Next one is Paint. This software used for drawing and coloring pictures. So using this Paint, we can draw the picture, we can color the pictures. Okay, Using Paint, can you create the document? Will you write any text? Can you edit the text? No. Using Word, you can do all these tasks. But using Paint, you can paint the drawing, paint the pictures. Okay. So this is designed only for the specific task. So these are the applications are called, these are the softwares are called as application software. Okay. Okay, children. Next kind is system software. As I explained earlier, the system software is used to control and or manage the hardware as well as the application software. System software is a set of program. It controls and manages the operations of your computer hardware, and it required to run the hardware parts of the computer and the software and the other application software. It controls the allocation and usage of different hardware components, and it is general purpose software. So generally, for the function of your computer, a system software can be used at the backbone. This is a backbone of computer. At the background, it works at the background. Okay, foreground we will work with Word, we can use Excel, everything we can work at the foreground. But at the background, the system software starts its work. Okay, for example, whenever we switch on the computer, a booting process takes place. Okay, so this is performed by the system software only, isn't it? Then after booting process, it loads the desktop. It loads the operating system in memory and it shows the desktop. This is also purpose of task of system software only. Okay, so with the help of the system software only, we can perform any operations. Next, types of system software. Here, first one is operating system, and second type is utility program, and third one is device driver. Operating system, Microsoft Windows and Linux. Only two examples given here. Not only these two, many operating systems are available nowadays, but most popular operating systems are these two: Windows operating system and Linux. Next one, utility program. Utility program, nowadays a virus become a very big challenge to us. Not only for human, it's a big challenge for computer also. Once a virus get into the computer, it will damage all the programs and the data whatever we stored in the memory, and it makes a computer it makes a computer to stop all its work. So to prevent a computer from the virus, we have to install some antivirus program. Okay, that antivirus programs comes under the utility program. This is also system software. And then file compression. Sometimes if any file is very large, we cannot send to any other devices. Okay, we cannot operate the file. So in this situation, we may need to minimize the size of the file. So for that, we need the compression, file compression. So with the help of the file compression, we can compress the file. Okay, this is comes under the utility program. This is also one of the system software. Next, device drivers. With the help of device drivers only, we can install the monitor as well as a printer. Okay, we can work with the monitor as well as a printer. Next, see here, two operating system is visible on the screen. This is Windows 7 operating system, and it is very popular. And this one is Windows 8 operating system. It is latest operating system. So you know what is an operating system? A system software runs the application software. System software control and manages our computer. Okay. Next we will go to the another slide. See now, operating system. Operating system acts as an interface between user and the hardware. See here, now we hear a new word, that is interface. What do you mean by the interface? Computer cannot understand the instruction of the user, as well as the user cannot understand the language of the computer, that is binary language. So in this situation, an interface acts as a middle person and it helps both and connect both to perform any task. Okay, that we will learn in future sessions. Now you just learn an operating system is nothing but an interface. It acts as an interface between user and the hardware. See, operating system given here. This I explained already. This one is Windows 7 and this one is Windows 8 operating system. So actually this is a desktop. Whenever we switch on the computer after the booting process, it shows a desktop, you know. That is operating system. That is Windows. Okay. Next, objective of operating system. Its future. What are the futures of operating system? Convenience, increased work efficiency, ability to create a new function. Convenience. User can do anything in user-friendly manner. Even a small children also operate the computer without any struggle. Okay, without any struggle, a small children also can operate the computer. That is convenience. Okay, so this operating system let the children to work the computer without any struggle. Easily they can open any application software, they can create any document, they can store and they can open it in future, they can do whatever they want. Okay, this is convenient. Because of the operating system, an user can perform any operation. Okay, so user can do anything in user friendly manner. So when we work in MS Word or Excel, we need not to worry about the hardware as how the file will store and how it will be retrieved in future. Okay, these we need not to worry. Okay, about this we need not to worry. So simply we can click the save option to save your file. To in future, if you want to open the file whatever we saved already, just we can click on the open button. Okay, so whenever we select the open option, the file will be open. We have to specify the file, we have to select the file. So whichever we want to open, it will be on the screen. So this is user friendly manner. We need not worry about how it will be saved, where it will be saved, how it will be opened. We need not to think about that. Just you click the save button, automatically it will be saved into memory. Okay, as well as just click the open button, it will be retrieved from memory also. This is convenience. And second one is increase work efficiency. So when we work with more than 2 applications, there is no defect in terms of speed. Okay, as I said earlier, so we can type some document using word processor, that is MS Word. In between we need to perform any calculation, just we can skip to MS Excel. Without closing the Word, we can open MS Excel application. There we can perform the calculations. Sometimes we need to draw a picture also. Okay, so if you feel very convenient with the paint, you can move to paint also. Without closing the Word Excel, just you minimize this application on screen and you go to the paint. Okay, you can draw something. Again you come back to the Word or you can come back to the Excel. See now, The three softwares are working at foreground. We are working. We open the word, we start typing something. Without closing the word, we opened Excel, we performed the calculations. Without closing this word and Excel, we opened the third application, that is Paint, to draw a picture. Again, from the word Painter, we can come back to the word. Okay, so at foreground, we opened three applications. When we work with these three applications, we will not find any difficulty in speed. Okay, the speed will not be decreased. So the speed will be increased. It increases work efficiency. This is called as what? Increase work efficiency. The next one is ability to create a new function. So when we work in the Word or Excel at the foreground, simultaneously we can enjoy music at a background. This is ability to create a new function. Okay. Next, functions of operating system. Functions of operating systems are, see, the first one is program execution. Program execution, operating system is responsible for running various programs. It can run various programs, not only a particular program. Okay, any kind of programs can be run. Second one is handling input output of operation. So OS is responsible for handling various types of input as well as various types of output also. Okay, so various types of input, we can give the input through the keyboard as well as mouse. The output also can be directed to the monitor as well as the printer. So at the same time it can operate various types of output as well as various types of input. Next, manipulation of file systems. Manipulations means creating, okay, and storing, deleting, editing. These are all called as manipulation. So we can create a file, create a document. We can store it for our future reference, and then we can open it. Okay, and sometimes if we think that file is useless, we need not to, once we decided to delete it, we can do it also. So these processes are called as manipulations. So manipulations means what? Creating, storing, editing, deleting, or manipulation. So a file can be manipulated with the help of operating system. Next, error detection and handling. The operating system is responsible for detecting any type of error. Next, resource allocation. Multiple files are to be printed, then how and in which order this task will take place. This will be decided by the operating system. When we print multiple files, which will be print first and which will be print second. Okay, that order will be decided by the operating system. Next, accounting. The OS keeps an account of what type of functioning is taking place and what type of errors have occurred. Next, information and resource protection. The operating system is responsible for ensuring that the information and resources available on machine. Okay, but not only this functions, operating system does many functions here. That is here the first one is process management. Many applications can be performed, can be opened and perform its task. So when we work the multiple application that managed by the operating system. Next, memory management. So memory management, input output management, and security management, and device management, everything. This all are the functions of the operating system. Security management, this is also performed by operating system. See, just now we were discussed, no, before, previously in previous slides we were discussed about the virus. So that we are installing the antivirus programs, that is security program. Okay, that security programs are managed by the operating system. And then we can use multiple devices. We can use a web camera with the computer, and mobile also can be connected with the computer. So all the devices can be managed by the operating system. This is also one of the function of the operating system. As well as memory also managed, and input output also managed. Okay, when we type a document, say simultaneously we can take the printout also. So same time the input and the devices are working. Okay, so both are managed by the operating system simultaneously. So now you recall the functions of operating system. They are program execution, handling input output operation, and manipulation of file system, error detection and handling, resource allocation, accounting, information and resource protection. Apart from this, it has process management, memory management, input output management, security management, and device management also. Okay, so device management means a computer can work with the, connected with the mobile as well as web camera. Many devices can be connected with the computer and it can be accessible. Okay, this is device management. Okay, children, next we will skip to next slide, that is types of operating system. The types of operating systems are single user operating system, multi-user operating system, multi-processing operating system, and multitasking operating system, multi-threading operating system. Single user operating system. As this word, a computer with an operating system that supports single user at once. It supports single user at once and or different time. Okay, as its name, it supports single user at a time. Example for the single user operating systems are Windows DOS, disk operating system, Windows 3.1 and Windows 95. Next one, multi-user operating system. Multi-user operating system allows multiple users to use the same computer at the same time. Examples for multi-user operating systems are Linux, Unix, Windows NT, XP, and Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, and Windows Vista. These are the examples of the multi-user operating system. The next type is multi-processing operating system. See, when we increase the processor, the speed of the program also will be increased. The execution of a program, the operation speed will be increased. Okay, so why we can insert many process, we can connect many processor. So an operating system which is capable of supporting and utilizing more than one computer processor is called as multiprocessing operating system. Next, multitasking operating system, capable of allowing multiple software processes to the same time. This is multitasking. Multitask. It can perform many operations, capable of processing or capable of allowing multiple software processes, okay, to the same time. Below are some examples. See, we will follow some examples of multitasking operating system: Unix, Windows NT, Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, Windows Vista and Windows Linux. The last one is multi-threading operating system that allow different parts of a software program to run simultaneously. Example, Linux, Unix, Windows XP and Windows 7, 8 and 10. Okay, so these are the types of the operating systems. Single user operating system, multi-user operating system, multi-processing operating system, multitasking operating system and multi-threading operating system. Okay children, one more time. I would like to show all the slides. See here. Hardware and software. You know very well these are two major components of computer. And software is set of instructions that tells hardware what to do. With the help of, it performs a task with the help of hardware parts. If there is no hardware parts, software cannot be performed anywhere. And hardware, this is physical parts of your computer. If there is no software, it cannot work. Okay. So, a computer cannot function without the software. So, both are joined together and it performs the task. So, it is called as major components of the computer. It is known as major components of the computer. Okay, next types of software. That is system software and application software. Application software is designed to perform any task. Example for this, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Media Player, Paint, whatever you see on the screen, computer screen as the icons, they are application software. Okay, next examples of application software is given here, Word, Excel and Oracle MS Access. Okay, so Word is used to create the document, Excel spreadsheet that allows to perform calculations and Oracle and MS Access to create the database. And this is Word screen and this is media player to watch movie and this is paint screen to draw picture. Okay, these are the examples of application software. Next, system software, which is designed to manage the hardware and application software too. Okay, this is called as system software. Types of system softwares are operating system, utility program and device drivers. Operating system examples, Windows operating system, Unix, Linux, etc. And then utility programs, antivirus program and file compression or utility program. And next, software device drivers are monitor driver and printer drivers. See here, this two picture shows Windows 7 operating system as well as Windows 8 operating system. Okay, Windows 7 is most popular. This is Windows 7 that is most popular and this is Windows 8 operating system. This is latest operating system. Next, operating system is nothing but it acts as an interface between the user and the hardware. Okay, it joins the user and it communicates in between the user and the hardware. Okay, so it joins both of them. Okay, in one hand it holds the user, in another hand it holds the hardware. Just it translate the need. Okay, that computer cannot understand the user's language, so it gives the data in the form of a computer understandable form and it gives the result as a user understandable form. Okay, next here this shows both the operating system and finally objectives of operating system: convenience, increase work efficiency and then create new function. Convenience, we can do anything in user friendly manner. Okay, so we can create the document, we can save it, we can open it, we can rename it, we can delete it, whatever we want we can do easily. Okay, so because all the operations or all the tasks given as a form of buttons on the screen. Just you click on the option, you click on the button, it will be performed. Next, increase work efficiency. So it increases the work efficiency. More than 2 applications also we can work. More than 3 or 4 applications also can be work at a time. The speed cannot be decreased. It increases the speed and it increases the efficiency. Okay. So whenever we work with more than one application, the speed of the computer will not be decreased. Okay. So this is with the help of performed with the help of operating system. This is increased work efficiency. And final one is ability to create a new function. At the foreground we can work with MS Excel or MS Word. At the background we can enjoy the music. Okay. Next, functions of operating system: program, execution, handling input output operation, manipulation of file system, error detection and handling, resource allocation, accounting, information and resource protection. Next, types of operating system: single user operating system, that is allows a single user at a time. Multi-user operating system allows multiple user. Multi-processing operating system, it capable of performing multiple processor. It supports multiple processor. And multitasking operating system, that is capable of allowing multiple software processes to the same time. And multi-threading operating system allows different parts of your software to run simultaneously. Okay. So see, single user, multi-user, multi-processing, multitasking, multi-threading operating system. Next, last session. At the end of the session, we have some exercise. Okay, every session ends with some exercise. So, we have some questions here. That is, what is software? You know very well, right? And what are the 2 types of software? What is an operating system? What are the functions of an operating system? What are the different types of operating system? See, what is software? A set of program. A set of program, and then which perform the operations using hardware parts is called as software. What are the 2 types of software? Application and system software. What is an operating system? It acts as an interface between the user and the hardware. It is a system software. Okay. What are the functions of an operating system? File management. See here, program execution, handling input output operations, and then manipulation of file system, error detection and handling, resource allocation, accounting, and then informations and resource protection. These are the functions of an operating system. Next, what are the different types of operating system? Single user, multi-user, come on, multi-processor, multitasking, and then finally multi-threading. What is multi-threading operating system? See, the multi-threading operating system which allow different parts of your software program to run simultaneously. Okay, a parts of the software program can be run simultaneously, different parts, not only the single point at a time, different parts can run simultaneously. This is called as multi-threading operating system. Okay, so what is the difference between multitasking and multi-threading? Multitasking means it performs multiple software processes, capable of allowing multiple software processes. Multitasking, work with Word, work with Excel, work with the Paint. Okay, at the same time, without closing anything. Okay, at the same time we can open all these 3 applications, we can work. So this is multitasking. Multi-threading, same software and its different parts can be worked simultaneously. That is multi-threading. Okay, what is multiprocessing? Yes, it's supporting and utilizing more than one computer processor. Okay, and then single user allows a single user to use a computer, and multi-user allows for multiple users to use the same computer at the same time. Okay, children, I think you understand all the concepts of operating system. We enjoy this session very well, I think. I hope you will read all these questions. We will meet in next session. You prepare all these answers very well. In next session we will learn about interface. We will discuss briefly about interface and two types of the interface also. Okay. Thank you, children.